Hello there, beautiful people. Welcome back onto my channel. I hope you are doing fantabulously well. For those of you who are new, my name is Precious Hannah, and for those of you who are returning, hey, what's up? Thank you guys so much for watching. As you can tell from the title of today's video, I am finally what's the word, what they say, I'm finally revealing my truths. Like I am breaking my silence. Yes. No, it's not that deep. I am finally sharing my story with you about how I got into the University of Ghana, and I'm gonna give you 4 different tips if you're considering coming to the University of Ghana, what you should do and what you need to consider. So let's get straight into it. I can only say that it's only because of God that we have made it this far. First thing is first. This topic of my master's is very sensitive, and it's very it's very stressful, but I feel like I have to share. So I'm going to do this video in 2 parts. I'm going to talk about my application process, and then we're going to actually talk about the course next week. So let's get into this one right now. So guys, many of you know my story about how I moved to Ghana. You know, I was in my last year of uni and I was just like, this cannot be my life. I will not wake up to grey clouds every day after graduating. Nope, no thank you. And then my sister-in-law suggested that I go to the University of Ghana and, you know, check out any courses for, you know, dance and theatre and all of that jazz. So I did, and when I got there, I found out they had a course called dance ethnography. I was like, what is that? That sounds amazing. And basically, ethnography is a study of ethnic groups. So yeah, the course I studied was an MPhil in dance ethnography, you know, the study of ethnic groups, which basically we would learn about different, you know, parts of Ghana and the dances they do throughout, you know, the cycle of life. So through like when a child is born, the ceremony that they will hold, the outdooring, then when somebody hits puberty, you know, like the Dipo festival, the dances they do and what they wear, and then like, let's say marriage, childbirth, outdooring again, funeral, you know, things like that. The cycle of life. We learn about what different tribes do for different things. And believe me when I say it was an incredible experience, but we're not talking about the experience today. Let's talk about how we got there. Okay, so like I said, had a whole year or year and a half to kind of figure it out, what I wanted to do and how I was going to do it. I went there, I spoke to quite a few people, I made a friend. He was like my plug. So first thing is first, if you can and you know you want to go to the University of Ghana, I feel like I should also make a huge disclaimer. I wasn't applying as like an international student. I also wasn't applying as like a placement year or anything. I was doing this by myself without no agents or anything. I was just doing it by myself and trying to figure out what the best options for me were. As I've mentioned before, I used to come to Ghana like twice a year. So in one of my trips, I came to the university. I just, you know, asked for the HOD's office, knocked on the door, like, oh, you know, I'm from Diasporan, but I'm Ghanaian and I would love to come. I'm doing my undergrad in dance and I'd like to come and do a master's. Like, what courses do you have and all of these things. Again, I was building relationships on campus. I was building connections and stuff like that. So if it is possible, one thing I would say is go to campus, go check out your department and see what I got. It's literally as simple as that. And yeah, they let me know what was going on campus, what was happening. You know, I was able to exchange numbers with a few people. And why that was so helpful was because, let me tell you something, guys, the University of Ghana website is absolute, it's useless. It's very, very useless. And yeah, it's like the information on that website is so old. Like even you will see the dates. It's giving you 2021 dates. You're in 2023. How? Why? So it was very important that I had those links and I had those, you know, connections so that they will be giving me live updates of what was going on, what I needed to know, how my application process was going to go and all of that jazz. Now, when it was time for me to apply, when you are applying, you need to apply around now, like March, April, May, depending on the course and your subject. And at that time, I was in my 3rd year and my my, what do you call it, my grades, or my grades were not ready. I can't think of the word that I want to use, but my grades weren't ready. So I didn't know if I was getting a 2-1 or a 2-2. I knew I was getting a 2-1, but for some reason, my HOD in the UK, head of department, my HOD in the UK thought I was getting a 2-2. Very shady, but we'll leave it at that. But yeah, so because they didn't know what grades I was going to get and all of that stuff, they were like, oh no, you can't apply, you have to wait for next year. Bearing in mind that, you know, when you're in Ghana, you go to university, you actually do your service before you apply for masters and stuff like that. So, you know, there's that gap. Whereas I didn't have to come and do service and all of that. I just came literally undergrad, masters. So I didn't have a gap and all of that stuff. So it was really, you know, heartbreaking in the moment. I was like, damn, saved all this money, have been working so hard, and now they're telling me that I have to wait a whole year. My mum was even like, oh, it's fine, you can stay in London an extra year and work. And I was like, me? No. We have to make something happen. Regardless, I still booked my one-way ticket to come to Ghana. I was very excited. I was still putting in the work. I was still acting as if I was going to come and do my master's regardless of what anybody said. And this is where, like, I would always say this is a big testimony for me, because it was absolutely incredible. So got to Ghana. I believe I landed on a Wednesday because graduation was a Tuesday. No, I landed on a Thursday because graduation was on a Tuesday. And I was like, why not just go and see what happens? So I went to campus. It was a Friday. I looked around, said hi to everyone, you know, everyone that I had been communicating with, and said I'm back. And then I think the HOD saw me and was like, hey, you actually came, you're actually here. And I was like, yeah, of course. Like, I'm a very serious babe. So he actually gave me forms and was like, go and fill this out and then go and take it to graduate school. And guys, I kid you not, within 2 weeks, I got admission, and I still don't understand how or why that was possible. All I know is that I gave Jesus the will to drive, and he drove me there. So yeah, my mum and dad were so surprised. Everyone was genuinely shocked, like, because everyone, even, I actually had faith in myself, but everyone kind of thought that I was just doing too much and I should just let it go. But I was like, I don't think you people understand me. I don't want to go back there. I don't want to go back to the abroad. Like, no. I was in, the sun was shining. I was walking around campus. I was like, this could be my life. I was like, yes, I like it. I was seeing the dancers, you know, the undergrads that were still in school, they were dancing. I was just seeing them in the studio, and I was like, yes, Lord, I receive it. So yeah, my next point, basically, another point I would give you is don't take no for an answer, because sometimes, you know how Ghanaians are. You go into an office, you talk to them, they will be like, oh, no, oh, I don't know. Or they'll just give you excuses upon excuses. It just takes you that one time to go in there, meet the right person, and see what God will do for you. I'm not even joking. But yeah, it was literally that easy. It was just about me pushing myself. Because if I had taken that no for the no it was, and I was just like, oh, I'm not going to go to campus, I won't even bother, blah, 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 blah. And I went there in person, just like that. Just like, you see me, I see you. They're like, oh, just go to graduate school, fill out the forms, get your references, and let's get this ball rolling. Guys, it was amazing. So yeah, that was my application journey. When I tell you, it wasn't a secret I was going to Ghana. You know, I know Africans have this thing where they don't like telling people or showing people their next move, but the whole world knew I was going to Ghana. The whole world knew I was coming to Ghana to do. So it wasn't hard for me to get the help I needed. So, you know, there's like positives and negatives of sharing. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't oversharing my whole life, but I was just very enthusiastic. So when I got there and like they were asking me for my references, it was not hard for me to like message certain lecturers from, you know, Leicester and just be like, guys, they're giving me an opportunity. I need you to write me a reference in like an hour and send it to me. They didn't question me once. Like, they were like, oh yes, Precious, well done. And I had the support, and I was just so grateful to God that I was even given that opportunity. And like I said, next week, I'm going to give you the whole lowdown on my experience, because child, I went through ups and downs. I was high of life. I was depressed. There was a lot going on. So like this video if you definitely want to see that. do stick around. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know I am kind of rambling a lot, but I really hope that this was very helpful. Just to like rush through it again, the 4 points I would share with you if you are thinking about coming to the University of Ghana is, first of all, if you are from the abroad but you have a Ghanaian passport, you can apply as a local student, because I was not paying international school fees. For me, at the time when I went, this was 2000 and, is it 17 or 18? 17. What do you call it? My fees was 5,000 Ghana cedis, and for internationals it was $4,000. So there you go. So I used my Ghana passport to apply. So if you're thinking about doing that, definitely use your Ghana passport. Do not use your other passports. And go to the campus. I would say next, go to the campus, make sure that you have, you know, connects, you have plugs, you have people that you can communicate with. And this goes into the fact that the website, don't trust the website, because nothing really, it's updated, but it's not updated as much as it should be. And some of the information there is a bit, then you get there and they're telling you, So definitely have those connections so you are getting live updates. Also, do check the website, but you get my drift. When I say don't take no for an answer, I mean, obviously don't get violent with it. But if you are hearing, like I said, when you have those plugs and they're texting you and they may tell you, oh, maybe it's not possible, don't just take their word for it. Go there yourself and see what is going on. Like, go there and find out what's going on and see how it is and what you can do and all of that jazz. And if it's something that you are really interested in doing, I beg, go and do it. It was an incredible experience, even though I went through a lot. And honestly, look, I told you I did my master's 2017, finished 2020, kind of, and it's now 2023, and I'm now coming here to talk to you about it. Guys, do you understand that I was traumatized? Do you understand? And it's taken me so long. So yes, please guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments down below if you want to see part 2 of what really happened during my course and why it took me so long to talk about it. And yeah, I'll definitely record a video for you telling you all about that, and I will see you in my next one. Once again, thanks guys. Bye.